Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Rohit. Today we'll talk about a new topic called the major incident. So, major incident is a MIM. Incident is nothing but an incident which can be converted into a major incident or MI. What is the major incident and when the major incident happens? So let's take an example of this normal scenario. Suppose one of the server is down and that because of that server nobody is able to access the your by the card, then nobody able to access the door. So that is a major disturbance in that IT industry, right? So in that case we call the major incident. So normally in the service the out of box we call P1, we call and call the major incident. But yes, major incident, creating the major incident have two options, like somebody who is actually working on an incident, they can propose that is a major incident, and then from the propose that major, I mean that in major incident manager can accept that it's a major incident. So let's understand a ServiceNow point of view. A incident can be major incident. So incident can be converted into major incident if it is a P1 incident, and then that is the major incident is affected a lot of user who that because of that a lot of disturbance happens to the ID industry. That is we call the major incident. So if you see, this is the ServiceNow instance. I mean, this is the ServiceNow docs. Here, the major incident module, I have opened that what they are saying, a major incident or MI is an incident that are result in a significant disruption to the business. So if the significant disturbance happens to your business, that we can call a major incident. Also, if you see the documentation, what they are saying that the major incident can be created in a multiple way. So major incident can be proposed from an incident. If you see here, propose incident as a major incident candidate by clicking of the proposed major incident. So if you go to the incident and right click the context menu, you will be able to propose a major incident. Otherwise, you can go to the create a new major incident candidate by clicking the create major incident candidate from the left navigation. So if you go back to the incident left navigation, from there also you can create the major incident. Another option is the mark an incident as a major incident can based on the major incident trigger rule. So if there is a trigger rule, from there also a a incident can be marked as a major incident. So let's see one by one. So this is my ServiceNow instance, and right now definitely this instance doesn't have major incident plugins is installed. You have to have installed the plugin, the major incident plugin. So if I open this incident, so as I say that P1 incident or the critical incident is a major incident by out of box. So if I open this incident here, so if you right click on the if I right click on the top, so this is my context menu, and you can see there is no options called the create the major incident. And here, if I type the major incident, there is nothing is available because the major incident plugin is not installed. So what you have to do, you have to go to the plugins module here, click here, and then once you open that, this is your plugins, and you have to type with the major. So once you type the major incident here, so inside that, if you see incident management, there is a major incident major incident is available. Otherwise, you can separately install the major incident. So depending on that, so this incident management is a package. From there will be multiple options. So if I click here, install and update, you can see KCS integration for incident management, incident communication management, incident management best practice, San Diego incident management major incident. These will be automatically installed if you want. That is the one way you can install. Otherwise, if you want to install only the major incident, you can just install this one. But remember that this is a paid service. So whenever you are installing the major incident for your actual client, make sure you talk to the ServiceNow SME, and then you install that. Okay, so I'm going to install in my personal instance that major incident. So once I am trying to install that, it is saying that there are many dependent plugin will be installed. The very first thing is the incident communication management, incident update, task outage relationship, and then WebKit to HTML to PDF. So these are the will be dependency file which will be installed. And again, if you see so also if you see here, some file will not be loaded because of these plugins are not installed. So notify plugin is not installed. So in that case, some of the plugins will not be installed. So depending on that, whenever you install the major incident, make sure that this plugin will be automatically installed. So you have to keep in mind in that case. So I'll click the load demo data and then activate that instance. So this this major incident will be plugin will be activated. I will become in after this plugin will be installed. Till the time, guys, please like, share, and subscribe my channel, and then share with your community to get and click on that bell icon to get these kinds of video. Thank you. We'll come back to once it is installed. So now you can see my plugins is activated actually, and then this plugin is successfully installed. You can see the logs if you want, otherwise you can close and return. So I'll just close this one and then go back to the actual incident that I was talking about and refresh that. So now you can see my instance is refreshed, and then if I type here the major incident here, so you can see a complete new module is created under incident module called the major incident, and here from I was talking about from the documentation, the point number 2 here, you can from point number 2. So you can create a major incident from here that can major incident candidate. So you can directly create a major incident candidate and then create major incident. So that's the one thing. Otherwise, you can go to the incident, any of this incident, and then you will be able to uh, create or propose a major incident for any of these incidents. So let's say so this is one the priority one critical incident, and then I can right click here, and then if you see I am the admin, so I am able to see the two options: the promote to the major incident and then propose to the major incident. These two options are available. But if you think about that, this is the end user Don Gottlieb. So if I copy this URL right now, and then I impersonate this user called on good life. So let's impersonate that user and then open this same incident. I will be able to see only one options called that proposed to the major incident, because I don't have that. Once I open the same incident, and if you see here, this is the actual user who is supposed to work for this incident, and right click here, and then he have a one option called propose to the major incident. He doesn't have option called promote to the major incident. Promote to the major incident will be happen to that major incident manager. So or as I was the admin, so I have that options. So I'll click the propose to the major incident. Once I click that, there will be one pop-up that work notes. So this message will be posted into the work notes, and then same message will be, I mean, if you want to put any business impact, you can put that. Okay. So right now, before I propose that, you can see these right now in this incident, there is no much tab is available. Although there is incident communication plan is attached, this deleted list, but it doesn't have any plans right now. And this is the task effect and everything is right now. I mean, there is nothing majorly for the major incident. So I'll click again and then propose that. So propose means that it's not a major incident, not yet. So I'll just click here and then I'll propose that it's a major incident. So you can see that in the top it is saying the incident 0015 has been proposed as a major incident, but it is not a major incident right now, definitely. So if I go back to the major incident tab, proposed by is the actual user who proposed, and then propose time, what is the business impact he provided. So during the pop-up I put the business impact that is showing here, and then definitely in your note sections you will be see that the whatever I have proposed or whatever I have mentioned in this. So this incident is not a major incident right now, but it's a proposed major incident. Okay. And once you made major incident proposed, you can see there is a view workbench is available after you propose. So as as a user, you can also go to the view workbench, and then manager also can go to that. So I'll click the view workbench here. So once you open this view workbench, you will be able to see that multiple things. In the top, you can see this is the short description, when it is created, to whom it is assigned, the priority and the category. These are the things you can see. The related list that you are seeing on the bottom, that impacted services, affected services, these all are right now coming here. And then this is the work notes which is coming. And then you can see these all are, I mean, if you want to add anything in your related list, you can directly add that. If you go back to the communication, right now nothing is there, because as a it's just a proposed state, it's not yet event, it's not yet in a major incident. I'll go back to clicking the view form, I'll go back to that particular incident. Okay, and if I on the top, if I right click here, you can see still there is nothing, I mean this proposed incident also gone. Okay, now I will go back to, I mean end the impersonation, and then I'll show you that who can actually promote that incident to that major incident, actually who can promote that. For that, if I go to the CC user role, so this is the roles tables where all the roles are. So in this roles table, if I type the major, and then you will be able to see one role which is created during this major incident plugin install, that is called major incident manager. So that major incident manager have ability to promote that, or even if you have admin, so they have ability to create that. Right now, if I go back to here, you can see there is a one user which is created during this installation called demo load major incident. So the person who have a major incident role, they have a ability to promote that proposed in major incident to the promote. So I'll impersonate that user. Here the major incident manager will go back, and then they can see the overview. Okay, so in the overview it's nothing but it's a report, and they from there they can see that. So if you see here that project manager, I mean the major incident manager can see this report, and then if you see here what they can see, the major incident nearing breach, major incident overdue, unassigned major incident. So all these they can see from here. Okay, and then if I click the major incident candidate, the all the major incident that can be as a candidate of that major incident, that will be shown here. Okay, and here active major incident will be showing here, all the active major incident, and then these are the resolved major incident, okay, which is resolved. So if I go back to the major incident candidate, and this is the one that we are talking about, or that we just click the can I just did that candidate of the major incident. I'll open this incident here, and then if you see, I also have options called view workbench, and if I right click on the top, I should be have an option called promote to the major incident, and then reject to the major incident. If I reject that, it will be moved to the normal incident. If I promote that, it will have create some communication task. Okay, before I do that, if you see, incident communication plan is right now blank. I'm before I'm doing that, I can do that in the here, from here. Otherwise, I'll go back to the workbench, and from there I'll do that. So in the workbench, I mean in that workbench also, the same information is available for you. And here you can promote to the major incident, or you can reject that. I'll just click the promote incident, and once I promote that, it is asking some work notes. Okay, and before that I'm promoting, you can see the communication tasks all are empty. So I'll click the promote, and then I'll put the work notes that it's a major incident. Once I click the promote options here, actually the major incident is created. Okay, and you can see the tag is in coming as a red line, and it's saying the major incident. And once the major incident created, you can see there are a lot of communication task is created. Okay, and then if you see, these communication tasks are assigned to this person, that whoever is assigned to person. Okay, and from here you can send that communication channel, or you can send the communication to that actual user. Okay, so if you see here, so right now it's have a two communication plan. One is the technical communication, and another is the internal stakeholder communication. So if I open that technical communication, the technical communication, we have a three communication task. One is the initial communication, another is the technical status update, and another is the technical resolution communication. So these are the communication um, um, channel will be enabled. So if you enable that during the, remember the during the plugin installation, you have a notify plugin. If we enable that, From the Twilio also you can send a call or you can send a message by that notification. So if you have not watched my Twilio Notify plugin, you can go and watch that one also. So that is the one way. Otherwise, if this notification plugin is not installed, that's why we are the channel is all channel is the email. So you can only send that mail. So here you can see you can manually close that. That's the one way. I mean one thing, but the actual scenario should be we should compose the mail and we should send the communication to our technical team that this major incident is created. So we need some gathering to resolve this incident. So here in the two you can define the user, but yes, this can be predefined, and then this template also can be predefined, so we can say any of these user we can send a message mail. So but if you configure that, by default it can be done. So we'll take a one user, so I'm sending the able tutor that major incident, and then body I'll paste that same thing, and then I'll send that. So this communication will be go to that that person, and you can see it's a tick mark. It means that initial communication is sent, and then each task have a some duration. In this duration we have to send that mail. Okay. Similarly, if you see right now it's generate another actually another so if I minimize that, you can see after initialize the technical communication, there are few more communication task is generated. Another is the end user communication, technical communication. So we can keep on sending that details to that actual user, and then it's have a duration. So let's go back to the form and see how it looks like that. If I go back to that major incident right now, it was previously the status was proposed. Right now you can see it's accepted. It means that it's a major incident right now. And then if you see here, the communication plan, these are the communication plan is attached right now. Okay. And this communication plan is attached, and then there are various types of communication plan. One is the technical, stakeholder, and user. So each task have a different I mean each communication plan have a different task. So I'll open the technical one. So in the technical one, we sent already one task. We completed one task which is already showing the completed state, and there are few more tasks which needs to be sent. Everything can be controlled by, I mean, if you, these are the outer box, but yes, you can keep customizing this one. Okay. I'll go back to there. So there are others communication channel also. So we'll go back to that. I mean, I'll impersonate that user who is supposed to work on that. So major incident manager task is to accept that incident, and it's sending to that it just communicate that it's a major incident. That's it. Now whoever is assigned to, he should be taken care, or he should be sent this communication plan. So I'll go back to the view workbench again as a fulfiller, and I'll click the communication here, and then these are the communication tasks right now. I mean, we have to be sent. Okay. So what I'll do, these things can be customized. I can again compose that, but you can also snooze that. So for some time, I'll close this task one by one. Let's say that I'll close this task, and again you cannot skip that. I mean, the point I'm trying to here, you can see you can start here, but you cannot close at that moment until unless it's reached to this point. Okay, so I'll close this task, then only you can directly close this one. Okay, so I'll click here. Now you can see the close button is there. I'll close all these tasks right now. So all tasks are I guess all tasks are closed. If you see that total, as I mentioned, the four communication plan is attached to that, and these three, all these tasks are completed. Now we'll go back to that view form here. So all these things are done. Now we can close these plan also, but out of box there is nothing is there. But you can customize that all the communication, once all the communication plan task is closed, you can by default automatically close that on. So these things can be done custom, out of box we can do that. So these all the tasks are skipped and closed, so you can close this one. Also, you can see in the communicate, you can see all the status, and then in the notes you can see all the notes. Okay, so let's do one thing. I'll close all these tasks, communication tasks here. I'll close that. Okay, your all this communicate incident communication plan is closed. Now I'll just resolve that. This incident is resolved. So resolving that, I'll say that it's resolved, and then click resolve. So this incident will be resolved. Once your incident will be resolved, you will be able to see one tab called post incident report. And this post incident report is a timeline, kind of timeline, which is have the all the details before. This is the post incident report. It's generate all the timeline and everything, overview finding. Now you can click here the preview PIR. So in this PIR, you will be able to see all this timeline, whatever time it's taking, all these details. And if you want, you can download this report as a PDF format. So we can click here, it will be export as a PDF. So it's downloaded, and then once you open that, these have this your details of your actual major incident details. So that's all about my major incident. Okay, and here if you see here the SLA, it's the SLA is also attached. So that's all about my major incident. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe with your community. Thank you very much. Have a great day.